Welcome. This is Mr. Fisher's Flip, 3rd grade. This is the week after Peach Days. I hope you had a wonderful Peach Days weekend. And I hope you had some peaches along with it. This is what I did over the weekend, and Peach Days was a part of our celebration. I was able to go to the celebration. We went to the fair, or to the parade, of course, and watched the whole parade. But before the parade, I was able to run the Peach Days 10K. Before I take this away, I wanted to show you the oldest person in the race was this individual, Bill Mitchell. This gentleman ran it in 1 hour and 1 minute and 9 seconds, and he's 72 years old. So I myself was able to get 4th place in my age division, and there's my time of 47:59. So I'm pretty stoked that I was able to get up that high, especially with a sore foot. So here's a couple of pictures of that my family took of me on Main Street, and you can see that I was running fairly fast for myself. I felt like I was a fast runner, especially going uphill there on Main Street. Just kidding. It was a hard part of the race right there. It's nice to have their encouragement. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about lesson 7, which will be taught on Wednesday, the 11th of September. As I was going through the lesson planning, I noticed something though that I wanted to cover first, and so that will be part 1, and part 2 I will do later, and it will be up on the blog later this evening. But the first part I wanted to go over was when we started to go over division, everybody was scared to divide. So I'm going to go over that quickly, kind of as a review, and that will be the part 1 of this lesson, and I'll make sure that to keep it short so that you guys can be able to do part 2 later this evening or tomorrow night. And our goal is to be able to get me, the teacher, far enough ahead that you guys can be able to do this full lesson in about 5 to 10 minutes. So let's go over this division concept, and then I'll do part 2 later and have it up on the website probably about 5 or 6 o'clock tonight. So let's go over this. This is a video that I put together, and we're going to have to take a quick quiz as we do it. Okay? And pause. I need to introduce you to Sarah. Sarah is in charge of 15 gummy bears. She's either babysitting them or she's going to eat them up. We'll find out in the end. These 15 gummy bears, there's 5 red, 5 green, and 5 yellow. Well, her friends, Jonathan and Kristen, came over, and they wanted some gummy bears too. So Sarah decided to give each of them a bear, and she was going to divide those 15 bears amongst the 3 of them. So she took one and gave one to Kristen, one to Jonathan, and one to herself. And she kept on doing that. Now she has 2. Jonathan has 2. Now she has 2. Now she put 3, 3, 3. And then she put 1 in for Kristen, 1 for Jonathan, 1 for herself. And all of a sudden you see that there's 5 in front of Kristen, 5 in front of Jonathan, and 5 in front of her. So we're going to take a quick quiz to see if you're paying attention. Now this quiz will be the first couple answers that you need to write down in your notebook. You won't be able to take this quiz except in your notebook. So let's do it together. And let's go back just a hair. Replay last section. Let's go right here and pause a little bit further. Okay, if you notice, Kristen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jonathan also has 5. And Sarah herself has kept 5 for herself. Now if we count, you can tell that there are 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 total. Well, let's take the quiz and find out if we have the answers. First question, how many gummy bears does each friend have? Well, if you count Kristen, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Jonathan, he's German, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Sarah, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer, well, you put your answer for a second. Okay, I'll put my answer. I'll see if I get it right. Now, 15 gummy bears were divided between 3 friends. That's a misspelling. 15 gummy bears divided between 3 friends equals how many bears for each friend? There we go. I said it correctly. How many gummy bears for each friend? Let's see if you get it right. And now we're doing division. You just did dividing. 15 divided by 3 equals 5, 10, or 3. Now don't put my answer. You'll have to pick one of the other two. I'm going to submit my answers and we'll see view answers or continue. Since you know I missed one, I'm going to continue on and then we'll check our answers on Wednesday. Continue. Well, Sarah invited David and Brett along, and they decided the 15 bears could be divided amongst the 5 of them. So now we're going to divide 15 amongst 5 friends. And we're going to take one from Kristen, one from Jonathan, one from Sarah, and then we're going to try that again until we have equal groups for everybody. One from Jonathan, one from Sarah, one from Kristen, one from Jonathan, and one from Jonathan, one from Sarah. Now, Sarah has 3, Jonathan has 3, Kristen has 3, Brett has 3, and David has 3. Wait a second. Those 15 are all divided amongst those 5s. What happened? Can we take 15 and divide it by 5 people and make equal groups? Let's take the quiz and find out. This is 2 questions right now, so 1 of 2. Now how many gummy bears does each person have? Well, they have 2 each, correct? Each person was happy Sarah made it even. Why or why not? Well, I'm going to put a full answer. You can put your own answer, but it needs to be something that says that it's got to be fair. You choose your answer. I'm going to submit my answers. And then watch them eat them all gone. Oh, yum, 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 yum. They were hungry for the bears. Boom, boom, boom. The end. So now you can tell that you have to do those questions again, those 5 questions, and then later you'll see part 2 come up as lesson 1.7, and I'll give you a quick overview of what that looks like. We have to go over multiplying and dividing with tens. So we'll get back into the rest of lesson 7 in the second part of this recording. So Stop.